Hey guys, just popping in with another little F update. Obviously, FUSD's been absolutely flying, which is nice, but FBTC is the one stealing the show. You know, it was starting to get a little bit dicey last week because it came right down. It never actually took out that the prior week's wick, but it got right down there. So I remember it was feeling a bit scary down here at 2300 sats, but the weekly now is going to be an engulfing two nice large wicks. Like this is a very good looking very good looking chart. On the daily, we have a double bottom forming where this candle's going to close above this prior high, which is confirmed daily double bottom. We've got nice volume with an inverse head and shoulder, or with any head and shoulder. Typically, you want to see the more volume in the head and in the right shoulder than in the left shoulder. So obviously, we can see here there's not very much volume in the left shoulder. The volume started to pick up again in the head, and obviously we've got even more volume in the right shoulder again. So that's typically indicative that it is a real head and shoulder, and it's not going to be a fake out. So obviously, the typical pattern traders wouldn't be longing this, until it's at like 4,000 sats, which is already 35% higher from current levels, but obviously we've spotted this early, and we're in F. So target wise, I think obviously we're definitely I think we're definitely going to be getting up to this 3700 sat mark. But once we get there, then obviously once it breaks out, you can have a measured move. So if a measured move here is 2445, 2445. Okay, yeah. So we'd be looking at a measured move of the breakout with between 4,800 and 5,000 sats, which is about 100% higher in terms of Bitcoin. So obviously, yes, we're pretty bullish on ETH. We're also pretty bullish on Bitcoin. So I think this could potentially be the time to start, or for whoever doesn't have enough ETH exposure or whatnot. This could potentially be the time to start rotating some Bitcoin into ETH. Obviously, don't go all in, because then if something goes pear-shaped and goes against you, you'll end up making bad decisions. I think it's always wise to have a bit of exposure to both, but I would consider this a good time to start slowly scaling some Bitcoin that you might hold into ETH, and obviously not all of it, but yes, definitely some. Let's pop up to the FUSD here. We had a monster breakout. This is perp, so I'm actually just going to go to a different chart with more history. So let's pop the Coinbase one up. All right, so we'll pop up the weekly. We smashed through that 800 resistance. That was, what we were thinking was the next resistance, but it's absolutely chomped through it. So next resistance, in my opinion, is going to be up at 1377, which is the prior all-time highs. But then again, we have to take into consideration the way FBTC is looking, and also the way Bitcoin smashed through its 20K all-time highs and rocketed above. I'm thinking that we might be at the point where we can safely assume that ETH is going to go to all-time highs, based on the way Bitcoin's look. Based on the way FUSD is looking, FBTC is looking, and this wave structure here. So obviously we had a massive accumulation period on ETH. So it ranged. It ranged from the December 2018, came all the way up to July last year. We sort of broke out, had a nice retest, and now we're just rocketing up. So in terms of wave structure, I'm going to go, so I like to count from the way down. So let's just say this might be a massive one. This is a 2. We've got some monster fucking wave 3 happening up here. And then obviously that in itself would be a wave 3. So this would be a wave 1, this would be a wave 2, this would be a wave 3, this would be a wave 4, and that would be a wave 5. And as you can see, that's looking like it's going to take us above all-time highs. So we're pretty long ETH. We took a bit of profit off yesterday, but we're probably going to look to get back in that portion that we took out. I think Adam's trade idea is still valid. He's got his TP right up near all-time highs, but we we're having a little chat earlier, and we're considering just removing that altogether and letting this bad boy ride. In terms of wave structure for this wave 3, it's like this just looks like just a complete monster series of wave 2s. This looks like a wave 3. Like, I just have a feeling this thing's going to rocket up. So I think we're going to zoom right in, and the best way to count this, in my opinion, is let's just ignore all that because I think that's just all 1-2s and this thing's just going to moon. But if we start counting from here, I think we're in a wave. I think this is a wave. This is a wave 1, this is wave 2, and we're in a wave 3. So if we get some kind of pullback in ETH at any point on 4 hour, that's like of similar value, similar range as we see here. So this whole structure was like a $70 move. So at some point, if we get a $70 move down, it'll be like a 7% pullback or something. We'll probably look to get back in. Because just the way FBTC is shaping up and looking at the high time frames on ETH, yeah, I really do think that ETH is just going to moon to all-time highs from here. So I personally don't have any intention of taking profit on any spot positions, and I also don't have any intention of taking any profit on the remaining leverage portion that we have running until all-time highs. So that's pretty much what I'm seeing. It's exciting times, and looks like alt season's begun.